What are you doing? We're already live. And by live, I mean we're recording.
Hell yeah. This is episode 25 of Between a Rock and a Bald Spot.
No. Crayons.
25s. So you plus 4 more.
What? Are you saying I'm a 5 out of 10? This kid just fucking roasted the fuck out of me.
No, we know what happened last time. Last time
I
I'd said one of our friends was ugly. Didn't
Holy shit.
fare well for me.
Guys, I'm still a little sick. That's why I just turned red. All my blood went to my head because I don't have much oxygen.
This guy's about to turn into the fucking Red Hulk.
No, it's true. Dude, when I found out that when you hold your breath you could make your face red when I was a child, I went to show a friend one time. I was like, yo, check this out, and I was holding my breath and I was like straining really hard and like making my face red, and I fucking farted.
That's
crazy.
And
that might be one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened to me.
That's fair. I mean, at least you were a kid though. At least this wasn't like fucking 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but there's this other time in PE where we were doing fucking sit-ups and this other kid had to sit on my fucking feet, you know? You remember that?
Yeah.
And I was on like my 4th sit-up and I fucking farted, and that kid yelled out loud into the whole class. He's like, yo, he just farted. And I was like, brother, what the fuck, dog? Keep that shit to yourself. Holy fuck, up, dude. Friendship ended. I hate that kid.
You should see what he's up to. I bet he's in fucking prison for being a fucking snitch.
I hope so, dude. I hope so.
So we touched base on this last week, but I wanted to revisit it because it was close to hitting the mark when we talked about it last week, and then after Sunday they ended up hitting the mark. But The Conjuring just hit, well, not just, but The Conjuring hit 194 million worldwide box office opening. The budget was only 55 million, so definitely made its money back.
Yeah.
And it is now ranked number 9 all-time worldwide box office for horror, which, if you remember, last time we talked about it, it had just hit spot 20.
Wow.
And it's now spot 9. So between 20 and 9, spot 20 is currently held by The Nun 2 with 269 mil, and spot 9 is now The Conjuring Last Rites of 332 mil.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So that is pretty good. Very cool too. I'm gonna watch that at some point. I've seen most of the Conjuring universe movies. I'll have to watch that by myself though.
Why?
Brooke doesn't fuck with like spiritual demonic shit.
Oh, that's
at
fair.
all.
I get that. Sort of.
So I'll be on my own with that one. Which I don't think those movies are fucking scary, so that's not a big deal.
I don't know. That one with Denzel Washington was pretty scary.
Oh, fuck are you talking about?
I'll have to look it up. Just keep saying what you're saying. I'll look it up while we're doing whatever.
Oh yeah, shout out Denzel being in The Conjuring. Does he play Annabelle?
No, I meant like a scary movie that had to do with demonic things with him.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't know he's been in a horror movie. That's kind of cool.
I don't know if it's considered horror or suspense, but
maybe it's suspense then. Yeah, try to figure it out.
He
was almost cast in 7.
Yeah, it's called Fallen. Yeah, it came out in 98.
Damn. Old as fuck.
Dark fantasy, serial killer, action crime drama.
It's got John Goodman in it too.
Yeah, it's a good movie. You should watch it if you've never seen it.
Homicide Detective John Hobbs. That name sounds familiar. Is that connected to anything else?
Not that I know of.
John Hobbs. Maybe that's just like a common name or something.
That's a good movie.
Okay. Yeah. The Bone Collector's pretty good too. That's another suspense movie he's in. Anyways, So yeah, Conjuring, pretty sick. That's pretty fucking huge, dude. Like we've been saying for the past, I don't know, probably 10 episodes, because horror is fucking booming this year. But this has been such a crazy year for horror. I'm intrigued to see if it's gonna keep up, because this has been such a big year that the Wayans brothers are coming back to make another scary movie. So if that's of any indication, I mean, we haven't had a good scary movie in like fucking a decade and a half
at least.
So
I mean,
for them to come back, like, I feel like that kind of speaks for it. But I mean, they're topping the charts like every month. There's like another huge horror movie, and I feel like I don't even know the last time we had a huge year like this for horror. And really, it's been the past like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
has been booming. So it's very cool. Horror is my favorite franchise, so I'm all for it. Love a good spooky movie.
Scary Movie 5 came out in 2013, and that was the last one. But there were a couple that weren't called Scary Movie that were like the same, like parody, like making fun of shit type.
Yeah,
thing.
There's like epic movie, date movie, shit like that.
Yeah.
They also they did a haunted house, which, when did a haunted house come out? Because there's also a sequel for that as well.
I think that came out in like 2017.
The first one was
okay, so it was 2013. Okay, yeah, 2013, 2014. I feel like that was more recent than that.
Oh, Marlon just wrote that. He didn't direct it though. Because
I don't think they directed most of those.
Okay. I always thought they did. Keenan directed Scary Movie 1
and 2, I think. Yeah, and 2.
Okay, what about 3?
That was David Zucker, or whatever his name is.
Oh, Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, I'm familiar with his work.
Yeah. Maybe it's Zucker.
Yeah, David Zucker.
Oh, it is Zucker. Okay.
Yeah, just Zucker. Which makes sense, because 3 started to not be as good. But also the problem with Scary Movie 3 was it also started like not being scary movies.
Yeah, because they had like 8 Mile and Sign. Well, Signs is like scary, I guess.
Yeah, I'll include Signs. I'm fine with that. But it was like The Matrix. It parodied The Matrix, which was weird.
Did it?
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the cover art, it has Morpheus.
Yeah, okay, I remember. That part is like not a big, like, it's not a big part of the movie, I don't think.
Well, so they parody the scene with they call him the architect, the guy in the fucking room with the screens.
Yeah.
So they parodied that. It's kind of, I mean, I don't know. Some like kind of like all those scenes you could argue aren't like super important. I would say the biggest one is Signs is the biggest reference.
Yeah, because that's like the climax and
yeah, and kind of the build up.
Yeah. It's like basically Signs, but if all that other shit was in the Signs film.
Basically.
And Charlie Sheen was the main character.
We love a good Charlie.
Fun fact, he was just on a fucking podcast with fuck's that kid's name?
Yeah, he was saying some crazy shit too.
I didn't watch it yet.
You should. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw
fucking podcast was
that? We should get more hours, honestly.
True. Was it Joe Rogan's?
I don't think so.
No, I just looked up Charlie Sheen and it's pulling up a bunch of other recent events. Which is not what we're talking about at all, actually. I'm not going to scroll up in our Discord and find it, but maybe it was Joe Rogan.
It might have been. I don't think it was, but it might have been. So Bioshock, which we have talked about this, I'm pretty sure, a few episodes back. Bioshock is getting a movie. It is going to be on Netflix. What was just recently announced, though, was that it is going to be following the first game, which I think I'm okay with. It seems like
no, that's good. Then that's
other than, well, I don't know. See, I get a little weird about stuff like that because like I get worried they're gonna like change shit or it's not gonna be like a faithful adaptation. Which if it's not gonna be faithful, then I wish they would just do
an
completely
original story.
stuff.
Yeah.
But if they do something really good, then it's gonna suck for that to not be a game. So I don't know. As long as it's faithful, whatever. I'm okay with it.
Netflix has actually been putting out some fucking fire lately. You know?
Yeah.
Like The Irishman,
well,
Bird Box.
I will say, it's directed by the Hunger Games franchise director Francis Lawrence, who just recently directed The Long Walk, which I just saw that this weekend, and that movie was pretty superb. Also, I didn't realize
it was a remake.
I don't think it's a remake, but it's based off of a Stephen King book. But I didn't realize that the director is the director from The Hunger Games because I went to go like explain it to Brooke, and in my head I was like, this is kind of like The Hunger Games a little bit. And kind of makes sense. I guess the studio also thought the same thing. They were like, hey, let's get this guy that basically does the same shit anyways. Movie was super solid. I actually really liked it. I recommend it. It's kind of funny because like Stephen King doesn't exclusively do horror, but he like mostly does horror. And so Brooke was like so against seeing it. She did not want to see it at all.
It's
and I was
not
like, dude,
horror.
it's not even gonna be scary. Yeah, I was like, it's not gonna be scary at all. And it was fucking gory though. I will fill you in on that.
I can imagine it was.
Did you ever read that book?
That book, I did not. I pretty much only read the first Gunslinger book. It's called The Gunslinger, but it's the Dark Tower
series.
Yeah.
Okay. I highly recommend it. It was super solid.
Hell yeah. I have If It Bleeds like somewhere. It's one of these. I don't know.
It's right there. I see it. Not actually.
Yeah, it's actually this one, and right next to it is The Strain. Wait, hold on. Is this backwards? Yeah, it's right here. The Strain.
I didn't know that was a book.
Oh, my bad. It's on above. This is the Prime bottles. It's above. The Strain. You didn't know that was a book? It's actually a 3-book thing before the film. TV show?
That was a show. Yeah, I think it was a show.
Whatever.
The show always seemed interesting.
Well,
back to Bioshock.
Yeah, true. I mean, Bioshock's kind of Guillermo del Toro-ish.
Yeah. Did Guillermo fucking direct that show?
He wrote the book.
Damn, that kid can write. I didn't know that.
But he
so you're okay.
Well,
who was the main author or the other part of the co?
Can't read it. I'll just look it up.
Yeah.
Well, the shelf is blocking half the word.
That's okay. You can read it better than I can.
But you can't even see it in my camera. I'd have to zoom out.
Exactly. Well, it's too dark too. At least on my ultra wide.
Well, if I zoom out a little bit, you might be able, but you probably still wouldn't be able to read it. Chuck
Oh,
there you go.
Chuck.
Yeah.
So you're okay with Bioshock following the first game?
Yeah,
I think the movie following the first game. Okay.
I mean, as long as it's good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want it to be fucking bad. Like that would suck. That's just gonna piss me off. Like the Halo show. The Halo show had so much potential to be badass, and it's fucking dog shit. But the Fallout show is amazing.
Well, so the problem with the Halo show is that when they were drafting it and talking about it, they were like, Master Chief needs to fuck, and he needs to take his helmet off, otherwise people can't relate to him. And everyone who had a say was like, please don't fucking do either of those things. Don't do those. Just adapt one of the games. Don't fucking do any of that other dumb shit. And they said fuck you, and their show flopped. It's crazy. They were given the recipe, and they fucking said no, we know better.
The first season came out in 2022. When did The Mandalorian come out? Like 2019?
2020. Right?
Nope, 2019.
Oh, well,
so that is so fucking dumb because Mando pretty much never takes his helmet off.
Right.
As the Mandalorian don't, and people have no issue relating to the character. I hate it when studios try fucking being like pretty much they just get it completely wrong. Like they make so much money. Like how do you get that wrong? Like the Mandalorian was like topping charts in 2022 when Halo came out. Which
the thing is for me, you never see his face. Master Chief's face is covered. Anyone could be Master Chief.
That's true.
But instead you gave us fucking what's his name and took his helmet off.
I don't remember exactly what he looks like, but in my head, fucking I'm picturing Doomslayer. But yeah, that was such a fucking L. The Fallout TV show is super solid. I was really impressed with that. So I have high hopes for the Bioshock show. The Bioshock games are really good. The first game especially. It needs to be a faithful adaptation, and I think if they get what's the fucking main antagonist's name? If they get his like speech down, like right before you club him with the golf club, I think that's when it is.
Jack? Oh, antagonist?
Yeah, the antagonist.
Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is that kid's name?
Hey, Big Zaddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, that speech he gives is really fucking good. So if they get that like 1-for-1 for the show, then it would be good.
Is it the Andrew Ryan guy?
Andrew Ryan, yes, thank you. They also like if they end up, because the thing with shows, like you only have 3 games currently to pull from, with the 4th game coming.
Infinite's the 3rd one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was
having a hard time counting to 3.
Well, I was thinking there was a Bioshock 3 and then Infinite.
Oh no!
And then I was
I
was like going over the plots in my head, and I was like, "Huh, there are only 3."
Well, and like Bioshock 2 is still in Rapture.
Yeah.
So like Infinite is in a new place, and the 4th game I think people are assuming is going to be in a new place.
Yeah,
so like
in
if the first season of the Bioshock show's good and like they end up like greenlighting more seasons, either they're gonna have to like come up with original ideas, or I don't know. I'd be okay with original ideas though. They should make it if they're gonna make numerous seasons, they should make it an anthology, and they could probably skip the 2nd game honestly, but adapt the 1st game, adapt Infinite, and then for season 3, do original idea.
And hold on, do you get powers in the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was only in the 2nd one or if it was in the first one also.
Hell no, no. Kpop Demon Hunters.
True. Very big.
Go Bert.
Yeah. I didn't realize. So this has kind of been going on, and we maybe should have talked about it earlier, I guess, if we were going to talk about it at all. But I didn't realize how Bert it was going until my daughter was like, "Yo, I want to be a character from that for Halloween." And
you did the typical boomer dad thing. You're like, "What the fuck's a K-pop demon hunter?" And you start fucking single typing away at your fucking keyboard.
Exactly. Yeah. I've seen the movie already before she asked that. But I like can't remember any of the characters' names, or like I was like watching the movie, you know. I was playing games. Yeah. It's on the TV, you know, so my monitor's here and the TV is there, so I was watching it. I pretty much watch the whole thing. It's pretty good, very good movie, but it's doing fucking numbers.
Yeah, doing crazy ass numbers. So it already overtook 2021's Red Notice, which I'm surprised that did as well as it did.
Honestly, same. But
it
whatever.
overtook 2021's Red Notice as the most watched movie in Netflix history with 266 million views to date, which also put it past Squid Game, which was the current record holder. I didn't get an exact number.
Yeah.
All I saw was that Squid Game had 266 million views, so I'm assuming it's like barely past it, which like now it's probably well past it because this article was a few days old.
The funny thing about that though is it's a single movie and it's overtook Squid Game's season 1, so it's the collective of all the episodes.
Yeah.
So the next biggest single movie is, like you said, Red Notice, and then the biggest title or the most watched title on Netflix is Squid Game season 1. So, damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. So when I first started hearing about Kpop Demon Hunters, I thought it was a show. To be honest with you, I only just found out like a week or so ago that it was a movie.
Yeah,
I am gonna try to watch it before next podcast episode.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. Not that long, but it's a musical or whatever. So
I get told that all the time, actually.
It's not that long, but it's a musical. Holy shit!
Yeah,
I'm just imagining someone cranking it and it's going do 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 like a fucking Jack in the Box.
Exactly.
Or a fucking a wind up. What are they called? Music. The little fucking like you open the box and there's like a ballerina dancing inside. What are those called?
It's gonna fucking really blow your mind, but it's a box and it plays music. It's actually just called a music box.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I said, I think. Sometimes it's like, what's the vocabulary for that? Surely they didn't just name it what it does.
Yeah.
Speaking of music though, the Kpop Demon Hunters is topping Billboard's Hot 100 with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tracks, which makes them the first movie soundtrack to have 4 concurrent top 4 songs in the top 10.
Which is really sick.
Yeah, it is kind of sick. And not only that, but they also have one of their songs is the #1 song.
Yeah. So evidently the music's pretty good. Oh, what'd you think of it?
I mean, it's K-pop, but it's in English. So there's that. Is
the whole movie in English?
Yeah, the whole movie. They got English voice actors, yeah. Although my daughter's watched it in Japanese a couple times. It's Korean, so that's not technically the right language. But she's watched it subtitled in Japanese a couple times, and she likes it like that too.
She should watch it in French too. While she's at it. What the fuck,
dude? I don't know.
That is fucking hilarious.
But because she thinks it's like an anime, so she's watching it in Japanese. But
she's being racist. Got it.
Exactly. Gotta start him off somewhere, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's got a top 1 track, and they are an all-girl group that made a top 1 track. And the last time an all-girl group has done that was Destiny's Child in 2001.
Yo, you and Dank should have listened to Destiny's Child while y'all played Destiny. It probably would have hit harder.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, what?
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna go ahead and move to the next topic, unless you wanted to say something else.
No, just that shit's going crazy, and it was in theaters for 2 days as a sing-along version, and it knocked Weapons off of first place for that weekend.
Oh, was that the only way it was available in theater? Was a sing-along version?
Yeah.
That's kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And so it was Weapons third week.
It would have been Weapons third weekend being number one, except Kpop Demon Hunters
came in.
Yeah. Well, and so the thing is that version hit theaters like a month or two after it had been on Netflix. So they're like, hey, this shit's going hard. Let's put it in theaters.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy.
Wonder if Netflix is going to start doing that more often.
They might. I don't know. I think a lot of the success of the movie has to do with the fact that it's Netflix, which is like the biggest streaming service. And they have, I don't know, they just like kind of put it on there, and it's basically free for them to advertise it to everyone and put it like number one on their, like the first thing you see when you open the app.
Yeah.
So
well, and it's also like kid friendly.
Yeah. Well, little kids I wouldn't take, like maybe under 5 I would say no, and then until they're 10 I'd say like you probably want to watch it with them so they don't freak out, because there's like some scary like demons and shit. It's Demon Hunters, there's violence. I don't know what everyone's threshold is. My kids, I'm like, whatever, just fucking watch it, and they liked it because it's like anime.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to watch it this weekend if I can, before the next episode, and I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Hell yeah.
So you mentioned like you kind of like watched it. Whenever you do that with a movie, do you ever try to go back and actually pay attention, or is that going to be like your only viewing of the movie?
It depends. I kind of would like to go back and like actually sit down and watch the movie, but it's one of those things that like I never want to invest the time into it. Most of the time I'm not watching movies because I don't want to invest the time into watching a movie in general. I like watching like anime. Like I'll sit down and watch an episode, and then when it's over, I'll just go do something else.
See, I get like into something, so like Netflix was really cool to me because up until like, you know, the later seasons of Ozark and Stranger Things, they would always upload everything all at once. So like binging, I really got big into binging with Netflix because when I start something, if it hooks me, I kind of get lost in it and I just keep consuming it. And that's always the way I've been with games, which you are this way with games too. Like you'll sit down, maybe not story per se, but like multiplayer, like you'll sit down and play for hours on end. I've always been that way. Like as a gamer, I'll sit down, like if I'm enjoying something, if I don't have anything else I need to do, I'll just keep fucking playing it.
So,
and like I know not everyone can do that, but dude, I'd fucking, when I was a little kid, dude, I'd sit down for fucking 15 hours and like play zombies and shit like that.
So that's the thing, is like I generally can do that, but I the way I consume movies, I guess, is a little different than how I consume like shows. I can sit down and binge a whole show in like a sitting, you know. And I do that fairly regularly, but it's like a movie is a little longer than like a couple episodes, but it's not like 6 hours long.
Yeah.
So I like it's like a weird threshold where like it's a little longer than a short activity, but it's not long enough to be like a focused activity. So that also
so it's
plays
like a weird gray area.
Yeah,
for you.
so that's why it ends up being like I don't watch movies as much as I watch like so like one episode of anime that comes out this week, I'll watch that, or I'll pick an anime where all the episodes are out already and I'll watch the whole thing, and then those are like two separate activities though.
I'm kind of mad that Netflix's business model didn't pick up anywhere else, and then they, like I said, like later seasons of some of their bigger things, they started fucking breaking up, which is really annoying.
Yeah, it is. I like the just drop the entire season all at once.
Yeah, dude. Let me
watch it at my own pace.
shit.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some sort of metric like, hey, we dropped one episode and then we had this many people watching, and I mean, The Last of Us did that, and then season 2, you got to see like each week how many people fucking stopped watching that dog shit.
Yeah, maybe. I assume, I don't know, because like they did it with the last season of Ozark, they did it with the last 2 or 3 seasons of Stranger Things. Speaking of which, fucking.
And sometimes I wonder if they're not doing it to like keep hype up. So it's like you're expecting like what's gonna happen next, and they can like kind of hook you like that.
That's what I'm assuming it is.
Which I don't really like storytelling like that. Like, I hate when you're watching a show and then each episode ends on like a cliffhanger, and then in like the first like 2 seconds of the next episode, it's like didn't actually matter at all, and it's like, why did we end like that?
From July 1st of 2022 to November 26th of 2025 is the gap from Stranger Things season 4 to 5, and they're not dropping everything at once. Fuck those pussies. So episodes 1 through 4 drop November 26th, and then episodes 5, 6, 7 come out on Christmas, and then the last episode comes out December 31st.
Don't look
at. So they're breaking. What?
Don't look up the gaps between the seasons of Attack on Titan.
Actually, I did. You and I talked about that at one point.
Right now, one that's kind of crazy is the gap between One Punch Man season 2 and season 3. It's been a couple years, and that property's been kind of contested, and like everyone's trying to like buy it, but like not like it's not that popular. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just whack.
This shit is whack. So this next topic we can kind of breeze-ish by, but I did want to talk about it because I feel like
it's just a footnote, dude.
Exactly.
It's not even a topic. Just say it and let's move on.
So Jonathan Majors was rumored to be returning as Kang in Doomsday. So the Beyond Report, which is a well-followed business newspaper in the comic space, they reported that he would be returning, and then pretty quickly backtracked on it. So, was it a leak? Was it a bad report? I feel like it might have been a leak.
I feel like it could have been a leak, and then Disney was like,
"Shut the fuck up!" Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Dude, it really sucks. Like, if he did what he did, that sucks even more. But
there's footage of it.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen the footage
of him beating his wife or whatever. Or was there?
Yeah. No.
Are you talking about something else?
No, I didn't see that footage.
Oh.
So okay, well then it happened. So that obviously sucks. But in terms of like continuity, it really sucks that they were about to build up Kang. I kind of wish they would have just recast him, honestly.
They should have like, just recast him. They have a multiverse. Just get someone else.
Just get someone else.
Literally anybody. Bring Michael B. Jordan back. Fucking cast Robert Downey Jr. Dude, I fucking. So this is something I saw recently, and this is kind of about recasting characters in Wolverine and Deadpool or whatever. Deadpool and Wolverine. There's Chris Evans or whatever, you know, but he's Human Torch. Spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
So two things. First of all, everyone thinks he's Cap, and then he's like flame on because he's Human Torch. And the second thing is when he dies, after his flesh gets ripped off, he blinks twice because he's in danger.
Oh, that's funny.
But he doesn't have eyelids.
Damn.
So his like flesh muscles are just like because he has no skin.
Yeah.
Shout out. I always want to call her Samantha. That's not her fucking name though.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I have no idea what her name is. Fucking Professor Baldman's sister.
Who's also bald. What the fuck is her name, dude? We're just gonna call her Samantha. That's her name now.
Yeah, Samantha.
Exactly.
The bald one.
Exactly.
But yes, I don't know. We'll see. Majors might be returning. He might not be.
Yo, they should cast the guy that was originally cast as was it Rhodey?
Rhodey.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard.
Yes.
He'd want more money than all the actors combined, probably.
Going back to Chris Evans, when he dies, And Ryan Reynolds is like, oh, thank God. Do you know what he was doing to the budget?
Yeah. I really like Deadpool as a character because like referencing all like little shit like that's so funny.
It is hilarious.
Okay, so finally, the long-awaited Marvel ranking.
Oh boy!
I technically finished all the movies a few weeks ago. Well, like a month ago, and then I finished them a little early, and Thunderbolts hadn't released digitally or physically yet, and then it finally did. So I wanted to rewatch Thunderbolts to make sure, like, by the end of my series binge, I still held the same opinion that it was in my top 5, and it did.
Hell yeah.
So I broke everything down into phase, gave it a rating. So I'm going to go over my ratings for all the movies, and then I'm going to go over my top 5 with honorable mentions.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so to kick off phase 1, we had Iron Man 1. That actually hit harder than I thought or than I remembered. I rated that an 8 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
There's actually a few of these movies, like a few I still held the same opinion that I remembered holding, but some of them kind of surprised me. So I liked Iron Man 2 upon my first watch, but for years I've said Iron Man 2 and 3 were pretty bad. Iron Man 2 I actually really liked. This second go watch, or fifth go watch, whatever it was for me. I've seen it a lot. 8.5 out of 10.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite part? The part where the car gets cut in half? Because that's my favorite part.
The part where Iron Man wears armor, actually.
I didn't like that part.
The Incredible Hulk, give that a 7.
Damn, that's kind of high.
That is kind of high. Thor, one of the lowest rated movies on this list with a 4.
Damn.
Thor got 4. I hate the first Thor movie. I fucking hated it the first time I watched it. I disagree. I really fucking hated Thor.
All right.
Captain America. This I did not watch it upon my first watch. I've only actually seen it twice. I gave that an 8.
Oh yeah, that's good.
To end phase 1, we have the Avengers. Gave it a 9. That movie hit way harder than I remembered. The first way I watched that was on a completely legal website. And it was in like fucking 720i. It was so bad.
Damn.
And I watched it in 4K this time. That wasn't my only time watching that movie though. I have seen it again in HD, but that was my first watch of that movie.
We should get shawarma.
And it was
after
iconic.
This.
We should what?
I said we should get shawarma after this.
Yeah, let's go get some shawarma. All right, phase 2, we have Iron Man 3. I give it a 6.5, which if I was going off memory, it would have been like a 3 or a 4. So, still not super high, but higher than I remembered.
I like that movie, other than the fucking exploding human bullshit.
The extremists, yeah, dude. So here's also the thing about that too, is
Pepper
gets it, and then
they cure her.
Never, yeah, like it's never used again. Why even do it?
But
yeah,
I forgot. I actually forgot that she was in an Iron Man suit in that movie. Because in Endgame, I was like, what the fuck? She's in a suit. She's flying around in a suit. What the fuck? She practiced? What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of years in between those two, like in between Endgame and Iron Man 2. So I feel like it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that Tony would have had her train. Thor Dark World.
Oh, yeah.
Gave that a 6.
Damn, higher than I thought.
Winter Soldier.
Worst movie in this whole fucking shit.
Shut the fuck up. That is my first 10. That movie's still a 10.
A 10?
Yeah, it's
Holy
so good.
shit, dude.
Winter Soldier is fucking phenomenal. Following Winter Soldier, Guardians 1, I gave that a 9.5. That movie is really fucking solid. Age of Ultron, a 6. So
a 6
to cap off, yeah, a 6.
Damn.
To cap off phase 2, Ant-Man only got a 7.5. When that originally came out, I liked it a lot. Luis, his character is really funny. And Paul Rudd's character is really funny.
Is Agent Blue in that movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he is. He is like the guy fucking going after Scott.
Yeah, okay.
He's in the second movie as well.
True.
I really liked Ant-Man when I first watched it. I think I was on a Marvel high, which I think is why some of these movies I did like more originally watching. But going back and rewatching when there's better movies out really impacted my view of things. With some, I mean, you have Iron Man 1 though, which I gave an 8, and that was the first movie in the whole shebang. So it's not like it jaded my opinion completely, but there's like my criteria for the movie kind of shifted. And so there's a couple of things. So I probably should have mentioned this from the get-go. There's a few things that like impact my ranking or my rating, I guess. So the CGI, the villain, and the story are kind of like the big things. So like if it doesn't have a good villain or the CGI is shit, that's really going to impact my rating.
I feel like we didn't have a good villain until Ultron.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, yeah, like the villain in the first Avengers was kind of shit. Like the Chitauri and Loki. That's kind of a shit villain, honestly.
Yeah,
but that movie's so fucking good. So I was willing to forego it. And the CGI, dude, the gap, and it's only like what 3-4 years. The gap in CGI from Iron Man 1 to the first Avengers is fucking insane. It is so fucking insane. To kick off phase 3, we have Civil War, a 9. Doctor Strange. I really liked this movie when it first came out, and it still is pretty high. I gave that an 8 though. Damn. In my mind, I was thinking it was going to be like a 9 or a 10. And not quite when rewatching. Guardians 2, 8.5. That probably could have been a fucking 9 or a 10, honestly. My issue with Guardians 2 was I feel like they should have done more with
the Ravagers.
But fucking the dad, like Peter's dad, I don't know. Marvel has this really bad habit of like they'll introduce like a badass villain and just kill him off immediately because he's not like they don't have plans of making him a multi-movie threat. Yeah. So they just kill him off. And it's like, all right, dude. Peter's dad is literally a fucking celestial. Like killing him off doesn't quite make sense. It also doesn't quite make sense because in the comics he's a celestial. I can't remember now. I don't think they really reference him being a celestial in the movie.
Yeah, they do. They literally say like he calls himself a celestial.
Perfect. Okay. Well, in like fucking 3 or 4 years, they have the Eternals, which is also about celestials and
how fucking broken and badass they are. Yeah, I know. So for Guardians 2, that has some of my favorite moments in any of the Marvel films, but also I kind of hate a lot of the moments. Like I really like the fact that Drax doesn't like wearing those spacesuits because they hurt his nipples. Dude, that shit's so funny. I like that he has mastered the art of moving so incredibly slow that you can't see him or whatever. And there's probably proof that he can't see things that are moving really slow or not moving because he thinks Mantis is like really ugly, but he can't see her properly. And then like at the beginning when they're fighting that fucking thing with the batteries and Groot is like fucking around and then Groot stops moving and then Drax can't see him anymore. Like,
oh, that's fair actually. Yeah.
And so like that shit, like that's all like hilarious to me. And then like the beginning part with like the Ravagers and Yondu felt like so fucking forced and like shoehorned in there. Like, oh, we need Yondu to like be like on bad terms with people, so let's like make up this bullshit or whatever. But like I know it's setting the plot for like he was abducting children and taking them to what the fuck is that dude's name? The dad.
Yeah.
And so like they had to like, but that's such a weird thing. Like, oh, we're the Ravagers. We are basically space pirates, but we don't kidnap children or do anything with children.
Yeah.
Like that shit felt weird. I don't know. So there's just like some weird shit in it, and then like I don't know, the whole
visually that movie's so fucking pretty, especially that beginning fight with the fucking squid.
Yeah,
the space squid with the fucking teeth.
The music is so good in that movie too.
Yeah, the music's so good in all of James Gunn's movies.
I don't know.
You need to watch Peacemaker if you haven't been watching that, by the way.
No, I haven't.
The music in that's also really good. Anyways,
why would you watch a movie where you can't even see the main character?
Shut the fuck up. It's a show, dumbass.
Why would you watch a show where you can't see the main character?
Spider-Man Homecoming, I originally liked, and the movie did not hold up well for me.
Wait, did you give a rating for Ultron? Wind it back. You didn't tell us what you thought of Ultron.
I'm pretty sure I did because I went to Ant-Man after. 6 for Age of Ultron.
Oh, maybe you did. Okay.
Which hurt giving it because Ultron was a really badass villain, but I didn't like the way they introduced Wanda and Pietro. I didn't like that I get that they couldn't yet, but I didn't like that they're not mutants. There's just a lot of issues with that movie, and it sucks because Ultron's such a badass villain. Spider-Man Homecoming, I gave it 7.
That's valid.
Vulture,
not that cool.
Not that cool.
Not that dangerous.
The fucking what's the actor they got for that? What's his name? He's a phenomenal actor. The fucking former Batman. I can't think of his name. Anyways, phenomenal
all
actor.
I can think of is George Clooney, but that's not who the fuck that is. Michael Keaton. No, Keaton something. Is it Michael Keaton?
It is Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Michael Keaton, phenomenal Vulture, but he's a phenomenal actor. But they even did like tastefully looped in him, like they're getting the remnants of the Avengers 1 movie, like they're getting the Chitauri artifacts, and that's how they're like making all the gear. Like that was even tasteful, but I didn't like the school aspects, and I get it. He's supposed to be young, but dude, it's really fucking cringy. I get really freaked out watching high school shit as an adult. I don't know why.
This dude hated high school.
It's not even that. Like if I was in high school watching it, it'd be fine.
High school made his tummy hurt.
Exactly. If I was in high school watching it, it'd be fine. But as an adult, it feels weird watching it.
So if you go back and watch the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, does that make you feel weird?
I haven't watched that since I was a fucking elementary schooler.
You should go back and watch it because there's high school scenes and all the high schoolers look like they're 40 years old.
Yeah, so that probably wouldn't. I think it's the fact that the high schoolers look like they're fucking 12. I think that's what bothers me.
He's afraid of being a PDF?
Dude, it might be that, honestly. I don't know for sure, but it does. It makes my fucking tummy hurt.
It's like, meat's not on the menu, boys. Those are your children.
But yeah, just I don't know, like there were some aspects that were good, there were some aspects that were shit. Like Pete getting locked in the fucking armory and shit. I don't know. I didn't really care for that. I thought it was stupid.
I had I mean, so like the armory scene was kind of good because he like actually sat down and was like, all right, what the fuck does this suit actually do? And so like
yeah,
it was like a good moment to like learn. But I don't know. We've had a lot of, actually it's a criticism of why everyone's excited for the new Spider-Man is that he's been relying on Tony Stark's gadgets this entire time and hasn't had any room to grow as Peter, or make his own gadgets for that matter. I think my big issues with that movie is they introduce a lot of characters that we never fucking look at ever again. Like there's the guy who plays fucking Tuco's cousin or whatever, Nacho.
Oh, yeah.
Who he's like asking Michael Keaton in prison, like it's like the end credit scene or something. He's like, yo, I think we have the same enemy or whatever, because Spider-Man locked him up during the movie. And Michael Keaton was like, no, I'm not helping you at all.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be Scorpion, I think.
Yeah, and we just never go back to him at all. And then we meet Shocker, who, you know, is what's the name? Aaron Davis? What the fuck is that kid's name?
No, Aaron Davis is...
Oh, that's Prowler, okay.
Yeah, that's Miles Morales' cousin.
Shocker, anyways, Shocker is like, they introduce Shocker and then they kill Shocker. And then he's like, oh, you're Shocker now.
Yeah.
But speaking of fucking Aaron Davis, they introduced Aaron Davis too, Childish Gambino, and then like he even talks about Miles, and then is that just like an Easter egg? Like I wish we would explore that a little more. Like
I think that might have been an Easter egg.
But it's just like there's so many instances of them introducing like a character and then just being like they're gone.
Yeah. Donald Glover was a fan cast for years to be Spider-Man. So I think that was like a little tongue-in-cheek reference to that. They do use that scene in the second Spider-Verse movie. So I don't know. I mean, he's getting up there in age. They should they should cast him as, not cast him. They should reuse him as Aaron Davis though.
Isn't he in the like he's like one of the captured villains in the Spider-Verse thing?
He might be. I can't quite remember. Yeah, he might be, because it's like the scene where like they're looking through like the shit and they're seeing like all the different things. So yeah, that might be what that
Shocker's
was.
name is Herman Schultz, by the way.
Oh yeah, kind of like Jolts.
Yeah, and so apparently his weapon, apparently they were using Ultron tech in their weapons also, which is not like explained at all.
Oh really?
Apparently, that's what the wiki says.
That's weird.
Also, is Shocker black in the comics? Because why do we keep getting black Shockers? It's like such a fucking stereotypical casting. Like we have a black actor or we have a black character. What superpower do we give him? Electricity.
Electricity. Yeah, it's true,
dude.
I don't know. So Thor Ragnarok, I gave an 8, which when that came out again, that was like a 10 to me. I really fucking liked Ragnarok. And an 8's still pretty good. This next one really fucking shocked me because I fucking hated Black Panther when it first came out. I gave that an 8. Storyline was really good. The boss, the fucking main villain, really fucking good. The CGI was dog shit though, and it really fucking pissed me off. And I feel like not enough people hated on that movie. for the certain for certain
fair.
aspects.
I think everyone was just so excited because it was like the first Marvel film that featured a black lead and primarily black cast.
That's fair.
My two biggest criticisms of that film, though, are one, that they killed Killmonger in that movie. Like, they could have arrested him or kept him alive or just like used him again at all. I really hope they get Michael B. Jordan to come back in the multiverse somehow as Black Panther. I would.
I hope so too,
dude. I would love to see that. And then they killed Ulysses Claw. And they killed him in the dumbest fucking way. It's when they're going to go get the plane to fly to Wakanda, and Killmonger's just like, oh, heads up, boom, you're dead. And it's just like, what the fuck? Claw what we've seen of Claw so far, he would never just let someone shoot him in the chest with a pistol and die. Like, the fuck? And he would certainly have his guard up with another shady character he's working with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very shit, honestly.
And he was such a good character. Shout out Andy Serkis.
Well, so like Civil War brings in Baron Zemo, which is a huge Captain America villain, and they reused him again in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show.
Okay.
But other than that, he's been fucking shelved. And the actor they got to play him is phenomenal as well. They have a really bad habit of introducing a badass villain and then not doing anything with them or killing them off, which is worse.
It's dumb because there's so many comics where like, oh, it's Spider-Man and Green Goblin. And then the next comic is like, oh, it's Spider-Man versus whoever. Oh, guess what? Here's Green Goblin to fuck with you while you're fighting. He's like trying to third party you while you're fighting this other thing. And they just like really have been shooting themselves in the foot by not having like the ability to have villains make reappearances.
So I think because of James Gunn, DC is going to end up doing this. They're at least going to do it first. But if Marvel ends up doing it, it's going to be just because they see DC do it and DC does it well. But DC's like separating its universes. So like we talked about this because what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago, because of the second Batman thing. So they're gonna have like for lack of a better term, a Justice League universe where like everything's connected and they have people like, you know, appearing in numerous projects. And then they're gonna have the separated, there's like the Batman, like that's its own thing,
which
like
is
the Batman.
I think it's fine to do that.
No, I think that's how it should be done, and that would fix the issue you're talking about. Like if they have separated things like that, like you can have like the overarching like Avengers universe, or like even with introducing the multiverse, they could easily just do it with that. Like just have it separated. I
don't know. It's like I don't know. They could easily have actors come back for a different role or like a different version of that character or something, or just a different character in general. Like the fact that they technically have made Chris Evans Human Torch canon in the main Marvel series films, like in the MCU, means that you can pull the same actor for a different role.
Yeah. They just need to do it tastefully and do it well.
Don't bring Iron Man back right away. That'd be fucking stupid. But don't give us another fucking Ray because we fucking hate her.
Infinity War. Gave that a 10.
A 10. Wow.
Infinity War was bad fucking ass. It sucks that Endgame came after it and kind of undid all the badassery, but there was like just such a sense of doom throughout the whole movie, and it ends in a loss, and it's the first time that the heroes lose.
What? Especially because of the way they build it up. When I was watching it, I was like, holy shit, like this movie is long. Like how much of this movie is left? Because they do not look like they're winning. And then it was over. I was like, oh shit, that was the ending? Oh shit, they got wrecked.
Yeah. It was really badass. I I had a hard time finding an issue with that movie. My only issue, I think, and it's not even with that movie, it's knowing that the big impact gets undone. I think that's like legit my only qualm with it. And that's not technically a qualm with that movie, it's a qualm with Endgame. Infinity War is just so fucking good, dude.
I think my biggest beef with Infinity War is Captain Marvel could have just prevented everything, but she wasn't there.
Yeah.
And that kind of pissed me off. I mean, I guess she technically hadn't been introduced yet, but like she could have just prevented everything. She could have just killed Thanos at like any point throughout history, and that pisses me off. Also, fuck Brie Larson. I hate that bitch.
This fucking guy.
You know who I don't hate though is Will Poulter.
Oh god, this fucking guy. Ant-Man and the Wasp, 7.5.
Oh yeah.
I really liked that movie. First time I watched it as well, but upon a rewatch, it isn't as good, but I didn't tank it as much as I did. Oh, wait a minute. No, I gave it the same score. Never mind. I was say I didn't take it as much. I didn't tank it as much as Ant-Man. I think originally I gave Ant-Man a 7, but that didn't feel right, so I bumped it up.
I mean, to be fair, I've got some beef with Ant-Man. Like the fact that he apparently keeps his strength, but like when he's huge, he's way stronger. And when he's small, he's also like super strength. But when he's normal size, he's not super strength.
I kind of wish we would have got Hank Pym as Ant-Man.
Oh, and then Hank Pym has the keys with the tank on it, the real tank, by the way. And they're not like incredibly fucking heavy. They're just like the same weight as keys, but things keep their weight when they move. Like the way they explain it and versus how it works in the world, just like there's a fucking disconnect.
Yeah. Your personal favorite movie throughout the whole franchise, Captain Marvel.
Jesus.
If you give it a 10,
there's no way. If you give it over kidding. A 5, you're high.
I give it a 5.5.
Okay, I'll accept that. That movie's fucking trash.
There ain't no fucking way. So that movie also, when I first watched it, I think I was just in the Marvel high. I liked it a lot, but upon the rewatch, I noticed a lot of the issues that you fucking brought up. Brie Larson's delivery is just really fucking bad. Like you can tell she like tries to do like the Iron Man thing where she says like a witty one-liner, and it just falls flat because she's just not charming like RDJ was.
Yeah, I don't think she's a bad actor. I just think she was not the right cast for that. And she has no ass. They had to hire a fucking ass double for her.
That's crazy work.
Anytime you see Captain Marvel's ass on screen, it's not Brie Larson.
Yeah, it's Captain America's ass.
That's right. The fact that they even did that is insane, but whatever. Dude, you think it's in the credits? Is that Brie Larson's, or it's like Captain Marvel's ass? And that's whoever. I don't know. The whatever the black chick's name is in the movie is a better character, I think.
Maria Rambeau.
Yeah.
So next up, we have Endgame. So as I was watching Infinity War, I thought I was gonna end up tanking Endgame because of how upset I was knowing that like Endgame undoes everything. But Endgame is still a really fucking good movie. Gave that a 9. It would have been a 10 if the big impact of Infinity War stuck. But
some of it stuck.
Some of it did stick. It's like losing Tony though. Like that scene is so fucking emotional. It was
good.
It was
though.
really good.
I feel like it's good, and I feel like it was a perfect way to like pin the story. Like
yeah,
but like at the same time, I feel like time traveling Thanos was some bullshit.
It was some bullshit.
And then like, how does that affect that timeline that Thanos came from?
So I think that is where we're going to end up going with Doomsday and Secret War. I think basically all that shit, it caused some incursions. There's rumors that like Captain America going back in time to like drop off all the stones
and
back
then
in
living.
their respective timelines. Yeah, the rumor is, or the theory,
Peggy would have been in different places.
Yeah, she would have been.
Yeah,
Peggy 18.
Exactly. So there's that, and then the timeline that Thanos came from. That Thanos is missing, and Gamora,
the Chitauri army's missing.
Yeah, Gamora, and Gamora and what the fuck is the other chick's name? The robot one.
Her sister. Yeah, what the fuck is her name?
Anyways, they're missing, and so like, what is the? Also, what time did they go back in that? Because it was when Quill steals, whatever. What is that? The Power Stone, I guess.
The Power Stone, yeah.
So in that timeline, no one's collecting all the stones. So the stones are going to be in different places. And then I don't know, there's like a lot of things that are going to be different. Like Vision will still be alive. And then like Tony never goes to space.
Vision probably just won't even be made, technically.
Yeah, he will. Oh, he might not actually, because the Chitauri won't go to Earth, right? No, because they had already been to Earth. Right?
When Guardians happens?
Yeah, because Guardians is phase 2, technically. So it would have been after the Battle of New York or whatever. See, this is like one of those things, because like when that doesn't make sense, because how did Thanos bring the Chitauri with him if they already attacked New York?
So 2014. So yeah, it is technically after.
Unless
it takes place basically like right as Captain America: The Winter Soldier's ending. Guardians of the Galaxy is supposed to be beginning.
Okay, so the Chitauri, like, that doesn't make sense. And I guess that's a criticism for Endgame, but like in that timeline, Vision would still be alive because Thanos wouldn't kill him. And like, I mean, no one would get dusted, so no one would get blipped. And like, what kind of fucking...
So Ultron doesn't happen though. So they build, or they decide to build Vision because of Ultron.
Right, but they made Ultron because they are afraid of Thanos and of the Chitauri or any threat like that in the future. Right? Not even specifically Thanos, but just alien invasion is why they built Ultron. So Vision would exist. Because that would happen the same, because that has nothing to do with Thanos. Or the Chitauri sort of, but like, so Tony and the Sorcerer Supreme would have never gone to space. No one gets blipped. Like, it changes a lot of events. And so what happens to that fucking timeline? I wanna let's get a show on that. Fuck the Loki timeline. Yeah, fuck the Loki timeline. Let's go watch the other timeline.
Spider-Man: Far From Home gave that an 8.
An 8, really?
Yeah, I was originally gonna put that pretty low, but
Night Monkey saved it for you. I understand.
Not at all, actually. The Spidey sense scene was really fucking badass.
The Peter Dingle? Oh, you're talking about when he's Peter fighting Dingle. Mysterio?
Yeah. Mysterio as a villain. So I didn't like the cop out with him acting like he was from a different universe, and it turns out it was just a lie, and he fucking...
I mean, but Mysterio is kind of always like that, right? He's always just like a dude pretending to be another dude.
Yeah, disguised as another dude.
Yeah, exactly.
So originally, my biggest issue was I was like, how the fuck did he fool Fury? But you later find out he was a Skrull. So that ends up making sense, but the whole thing, though, I don't know. there was aspects of Mysterio I liked, aspects I didn't like, but overall though,
dude,
I ended up I landed on an 8. I felt like 8 was a good score for that.
I feel like Mysterio's motivations for things were kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah, Tony was fucking mean to him or fired him or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck it was.
I'm big mad that Tony didn't recognize how great I am.
Yeah.
Who cares, dog?
Yeah, womp womp.
Yeah, exactly.
I can be better. Shout out Barf Tech. So that's it for phase 3. So kicking off phase 4, we have Black Widow. I get it a 6.5. That movie always kind of was like pretty bad.
If they had made it more like a Jason Bourne film, I think it could have been really good.
You could tell they tried and they wanted to, but like they couldn't commit to it for whatever reason.
The only real Jason Bourne scene is when Yelena and ScarJo are fighting in the...
Dude, that reminded me so much of the fucking, I forget which Bourne movie it is, but
it's the second
the
one.
Backdrop, is it okay? Yeah, the backdrop looks identical, and he ends up like using like the phone book or whatever to beat the fuck out of that. Yeah, that did remind me of that movie. That's fair. And
then they introduced fucking Red Guardian, everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
I actually really liked him, but
I liked Red Guardian too. I hope they keep using him. Shang-Chi, that was another movie I really fucking liked when it first came out. Upon a rewatch, I did not like it as much, but so my issue with Shang-Chi is you could have completely removed the Marvel logo. You could have removed the end credit scene, and that would completely exist by itself. And that in and of itself isn't a bad thing per se, but it just felt a little too off. Like it's very mystical and like rooted in like Asian culture,
which is fine,
it just and like Shang-Chi, which like we haven't had like a main movie yet, like an Avengers, but like how are you gonna fit Shang-Chi into it? Because like he's pretty fucking powerful having the rings. So like that's kind of my issue with it. Like you end up having like I think that Shang-Chi movie would work perfectly if this was like a branch off timeline or whatever, and it wasn't gonna be connected to the Avengers movies, like the Avengers like big team up timeline.
Well, and not only that, but like you run into other issues with other characters, not just Shang-Chi, like Moon Knight. How are you gonna get Moon Knight and Shang-Chi in the same room?
Yeah.
Or Kate Bishop.
Yeah. So I will say, I mean, we're probably gonna find out with the next Spider-Man movie, because like the Punisher is gonna be in that.
True.
And the Hulk. So I think we'll see how they do it with that, and that'll kind of let us know, like, okay, this is gonna fucking crash and burn, or like, okay, let's let them cook. They might actually have some fucking good shit here. Next up, the Eternals. Stupid ass dog shit fucking dumb fucking movie. Honestly, I probably should have fucking skipped this because it was so fucking stupid.
What's ridiculous is how fucking powerful all of those characters are.
I'll do you one better. What's fucking stupid is the fact that they're all fucking cyborg 3D printed fucking robots. That's what's really fucking stupid. Yeah.
I mean,
and then
at least we don't have to worry about them ever again.
Yeah, because they fucking wrote them out of existence. To cap things off, you have Harry Styles cast as Thanos' brother.
Adopted brother.
Yeah, adopted brother. But I'm glad that that's not gonna.
It's such a weird thing to think that like Thanos is like, oh, I'll adopt kids. I'm adopted. My brother's adopted. Like, it makes sense. Like that's the cool, like, good guy thing to do is adopt people. And then he's like evil as shit.
Well, so that's what makes a good villain is like he's not like the Joker, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Joker is just
evil for the sake of being evil.
Yeah, Thanos thinks he is the good guy.
True.
He thinks he's saving the universe, and I guess in a roundabout way he is. But it's just like
it was more
the
like
ends don't justify the mean.
Well, even if you consider it saving the universe, he's not actually saving the universe. You know, you cut the entire population of the universe in half, you're still gonna have a population problem in a few years. Like,
yeah, you're just gonna be right back to fucking where, eventually.
Like, it's just a band-aid on a fucking, like, he could have wished for like infinite resources or something instead, but he's like, I'll just kill half of everyone. Yeah. Okay, brother. Let's think about it a little longer than that. You got plenty of time.
After that dog shit fucking steaming pile of fuck that was Eternals, we have Spider-Man No Way Home.
Hell yeah.
I ended up giving that a 10.
I don't blame you.
That movie's super fucking solid. They introduced the other Spider-Man timelines in a very tasteful way.
Oh yeah.
Norman's on sabbatical, honey. I fucking love that line.
Dude, so apparently a couple things I learned about that movie recently. There's the part where Pete, Tom Holland Pete, is punching Willem Dafoe in the face and he starts laughing. That wasn't in the script. That was ad-libbed. So when Tom Holland is like, what the fuck? That was an ad-lib and his real reaction. And then the one where they're all like pointing at each other doing like the meme or whatever, Andrew Garfield thought of that and was like, we should do this.
Oh, that's so good. I'm surprised Tom Holland didn't fucking think of that, because I feel like that's like his age group.
Yeah, but I think the biggest Spider-Man fan out of them is probably Andrew Garfield. And dude,
I could see that.
If you watch, they all like the little details in that movie like are so good, because like Tobey's Spider-Man is like more experienced and better. So there's like the scene where it's like the same scene where they're all shooting their webs at each other. Tobey immediately realizes that they have web shooters and it doesn't come out of like their wrist or like, but it comes from the same location. So he disables their web shooters, and then when they all jump up, he actually kicks off of the ceiling, so he pushes himself towards the ground, so he lands before everyone else. And it's like an experienced Spider-Man knows these things.
I don't think it was all three of them doing that. I think it was just Andrew and
I think it was just Andrew and Tobey, but like,
yeah,
Tobey hits the ground first because he's, you know, he's got years of experience, whereas Andrew's is like a year maybe. I guess Tom's is technically years also, but I don't know.
But yeah, that movie was super solid. It was also kind of nice, dude, because like they rectified making Electro fucking blue and transparent. So they fixed little silly shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I bet they didn't want to CGI that because it was expensive.
Yeah. But yeah, that movie was super solid. Gave it a 10. Next up, Multiverse of Madness. I gave that a 9.
Okay.
Visuals in that movie are fucking top tier. Shout out Sam Raimi. He did a really good job at making like. Oh, rip Discord.
Just yours.
Yeah. Oh, it went orange. Now it's back to red.
Oh yeah. Also, I think it's Raimi, Sam Raimi.
It went to green. Now it's back to red again. I'm gonna try leaving and coming back. See if that fixes it.
Shout out technical difficulties. Same time next week. We finished the podcast without you guys. I'm just kidding. We're gonna go back over everything. We're still talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sam Raimi.
Raimi.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness was really good. Wasn't quite a 10. I feel like I get the point. The point was to show like how powerful Wanda was, but introducing the Illuminati. Let me try that again. Introducing the Illuminati to have Wanda fucking 1v5 absolutely fuck them up was silly as shit. The Illuminati is literally supposed to be the greatest minds coming together to form a team, and you have some fucking witch who misses her fake kids, by the way, her fake kids that she fucking wished, have her on a fucking mission to reacquire her fake kids, and she's gonna kill the 5 greatest smartest people in Marvel. Like, come on, dude. And this is like an alternate Illuminati. So like you had Peggy and like Maria, but the smartest man telling her like, hey, see this guy right here, if he fucking yells at you, you're fucking toast. Like, that's kind of insane. Like, you just fucking telegraphed your next move.
Yeah, it's fine, it'll work out.
I get it. Like, it was to show how powerful she was. Like, she needed to kill them, but I feel like they could have done something different.
I feel like stupid people write smart people really badly, and then we get stupid smart people. It's fair. Like, oh, they're supposed to be super smart, and it's like, well, they did this really dumb shit, and it's like, okay, well, hindsight's 2020. And it's like, yeah, but you could also just have written them better.
Yeah. But I mean, overall though, the movie was still really good. So like it didn't impact the score too much, but that was like one grip I had with it.
Right.
Love and Thunder.
Dude, this kid's just pronounced everything wrong.
I fucking hate it. Love and Thunder was so fucking bad.
I still haven't watched that because everyone tells me it's terrible.
You'd probably like it because you're fucking weird. But it is definitely one of the worst movies. Taika, he did really good with Ragnarok, and I feel like they gave him a little bit too much freedom, and so he just runs off, and instead of making like a Thor movie, he made a movie about Thor that he wanted to make.
I think the problem probably stems from the fact that he did a lot of things in character development for Thor, and that all got undone in Infinity War.
That has nothing to do with my issues with it.
Oh, no, I'm saying, but I think he was like, oh, you want to fuck with my shit? Okay, well, I'm just gonna fucking do whatever now.
Oh, it was like retaliation?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was retaliatory.
Yeah, I mean, fucking giving Thor his eye back was fucking stupid. And I mean, he did need a weapon. So like replacing Mjolnir was fine. And I'm pretty sure he does that in the comics too. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say he ends up doing that in the comics. Like he ends up getting another weapon other than Mjolnir, and it might even be Stormbreaker. I mean, but
that part would be okay. Like, you know, that's fine. But like giving him an eye was dumb.
They took what would have been one of the most badass villains and dumbed him down and killed him off and ruined him and put him in a fucking comedy movie. He should essentially, like, they probably should have got fucking Sam back to be the director for that, because I bet he would have done a really good movie for Gore, the God Butcher. But Taika essentially just made it a comedy. And like, I'm completely fine with there being funny moments in the movie, but it should not be a comedy. So Stormbreaker essentially is like jealous of Thor because like Mjolnir gets reconstructed and Thor's like fucking essentially lusting over the hammer. And so you have Stormbreaker like come floating up, and Thor's like, oh, I didn't see you there, Stormbreaker. I wasn't talking to my old weapon. And it's like, okay, dude, wow, it's so funny. Yeah, you're talking to your hammer or talking to your axe. There's like several scenes of that throughout the movie, and it was very, very misplaced, I thought.
Does Gore have a sword at least?
Yeah, he has the necro sword.
Oh, well, that's good. If they killed him off in that movie, though, that's some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they did. They have to. They have to kill off the villain.
Don't want any loose ends.
Ironically, the next movie, Wakanda Forever, they finally don't kill off the villain in this movie, thankfully. I ended up giving Wakanda Forever a 9.
Hell yeah.
This movie corrected all of my issues with the first Black Panther, and it still has a really good villain. I think they could have done a little better with who they got to replace T'Challa, because obviously Chadwick Boseman passed away before this movie came out. They give him a really good tribute in the movie, though, and I thought they did really. I thought they did a really good job with that. Yeah, I just wish they would have found a better successor. I think. They also could have done worse, though. So overall, it ended up being okay. And that wraps up phase 4. Last fucking phase, finally. Jesus. So to kick off phase 5, we have Quantumania.
Oh yeah.
Gave that a 6.
Makes sense.
All of the good things about Ant-Man, they kind of fucking ripped away. Like there's no Luis, and I forget the other guy. There was the other fucking guy that always plays a fucking weirdo in movies. Andy
Serkis.
Yeah. They took away him. Which like in and of itself would have been fine. My other big issue, and again, this kind of is just bad timing. But you had Jonathan Majors as Kang, and it's gonna amount to nothing.
Probably.
Well, I mean, he was supposed to be the next big bad guy, so like we know that's not gonna happen because it's Doom. Like we know that's coming. I still think they should have just recast him, honestly.
Dude.
And I feel like that probably would have saved them money, because like then all the movies end up getting shifted, which is why we haven't had another Avengers movie in fucking. When did Endgame come out? Fuck, like
2019. It's been like, I think 2019.
Yeah, it's been 6 years, and it's gonna be like another, what is it, like 2 years before an Avengers movie? So we're gonna be almost 10 years in of no Avengers movie, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't know. Gave Quantumania 6 though. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3.
Welcome to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I gave it 10.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
James Gunn knocks it out of the fucking park with the music, the visuals. This is my favorite Guardians movie. It's really fucking good. I'm really worried that James Gunn won't ever come back, and I hope he does. He's like the Kevin Feige of DC now, so it might be a conflict of interest thing.
Get the fuck out of here. Well, I mean, there was the whole controversy and issue with him doing Guardians 3 anyway.
Yeah, because they fired him, technically.
Yeah.
And all the actors from the Guardians were like, we're not fucking coming back unless you rehire him. Like, there's no Guardians without James Gunn. And luckily they actually listened, because I feel like, dude, I was really worried for the state of Guardians, because like those movies have been the most consistent, I think, with being good.
I feel like the Captain America movies are pretty good. Not that they exist anymore, because rest in peace, Chris Evans. Not that he died, but he died in film, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Disney be making some stupid ass decisions.
Some absolutely fucking dumb decisions, and it's wild too because you would think there'd be someone like in place to like stop them from making those bad decisions, but dude, yeah, somehow they keep slipping through. Kind of like the Marvels slipping through, dude. So I didn't like this movie originally, and on my rewatch, I actually realized I don't think I ever finished all the movie. Well, no, so I think I fell asleep during it because there was like a whole section that I do not remember happening. Um, but I've seen the end credit scene and I've seen the scene leading up to the end credit scene. So I saw the end of the movie, but it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes for the end. And I don't remember any of that. So I'm pretty sure I actually fell asleep during that movie.
Oh yeah.
Dog shit villain that I had to go back and double check, but they make you think like she was in the first Captain Marvel. Sorry, I almost said Captain America. They make you think like she was in the first Captain Marvel. She's not. I double checked. But yeah, stupid fucking throwaway villain. I really fucking hate Kamala Khan. Yeah, I hate Kamala Khan's character.
Dude.
She does this really stupid like shriek of panic scream. And like she's supposed to be like a kid.
Yeah, but Peter Parker's a kid.
But motherfucker, dude.
So
it's so bad.
I have beef with that. One, because she's about the same age that Pete was in like Civil War. But her character in like the comics and like other media is so good. And then they changed her powers first of all, and then they just like I don't know, like her costume looks dumb. Her fucking like just like everything about her is just awful. And I think that like they've been going out of their way to just like make anything with Marvel in the name just their worst fucking properties.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I wonder why they changed her powers because yeah, she like her powers aren't like cosmic. I think she's essentially just like
she's stretchy.
Mr. Fantastic, isn't she?
Yeah, so yes and no. Her powers are different. She's not technically stretchy. She can grow parts of her body and then return them to normal, which is not quite the same thing. But it's essentially the same thing. I don't know.
Sick.
Yeah. But now she has fucking weird digital powers or fucking cubes or some shit. I don't fucking know. Shit's dumb. Doesn't look good either. And then you have fucking Brie Larson being the fucking most god awful, unsufferable fucking piece of shit in the fucking world.
Damn.
Insufferable. I'm sorry. I said unsufferable, and that's not a word.
That's because you've been hanging around me too much.
Yeah, really. You said grip earlier, and I fucking had a gripe with that.
But yeah, I gave that a 4. I don't think I said that.
A 4? That's crazy. I give that a 1.
Damn. I feel like a 1 would be I have to turn this off, it's bad.
It is.
And it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't incredibly far from that.
I give that a 1, and I give Elementals a 0.5.
Next up, Deadpool and Wolverine. I ended up giving that a 7. That didn't hold up as well on a rewatch. And the other Deadpool movies, which since those aren't technically connected, I didn't bother watching those.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But those also don't hold up as well. They're really good on a first watch, but like when you know the jokes are coming, I don't think they land.
Fair. Dude, I don't know. I feel like it's good, but it wasn't. Even when I watched Deadpool and Wolverine or whatever, I didn't even think it was better than the second one. And a lot of people were saying that it was, and it performed like it was. But I think that like if you go back and watch all three, the second one's the best one.
Interesting. Okay.
You got like 2 more.
Josh Brolin was sick in that movie. He's a really good actor.
Yeah, he is such a good actor. Phenomenal.
Brave New World. I ended up giving this a 7. It isn't terrible, but I would say easily the worst Captain America movie. Which sucks because like I like what the fuck's his name? Anthony Mackie. I like Anthony Mackie. I think he's a pretty good actor. And I even think he does good as Captain America. So they keep doing this thing, and I think the next time he appears, it will not be a thing anymore, based off what happens in this film. But he keeps doing this thing where like he has like imposter syndrome, and like I get it. It's Captain America. It's big ass shoes to fill. But shut the fuck up, pussy. Strap your fucking boots up. Get cracking. I kind of wish they would have followed the comic a little bit more, and I wish they would have had the Winter Soldier be Captain America for a little bit, and then he pass it on to Falcon, because I'm pretty sure there's at least been a comic where that's how it happens.
I think there's been maybe a couple, but
probably
you can't give Bucky a fucking shield because he's already got a vibranium arm. He'll be too strong. He'll be too powerful.
So they originally told, we might have talked about this in the podcast, but they originally told Sebastian Stan that he was gonna be Captain America, and then
he never
didn't do it. Yeah, and I think that's fucked up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure the paychecks he's getting from returning are bigger than like any lawsuit he would have fucking been stuck in fighting, but I feel like, and it was probably just a verbal telling. It probably wasn't done up in a contract, but that's just really shitty, man. I don't know. That would have pissed me off.
True.
And it could always happen. Or they could do like a fucking Elseworlds type fucking thing and like
shut up, dog.
Redo it. Yeah, shut up, dog. Last up, Thunderbolts, which I did still give a 10.
Hell yeah.
The movie was fucking phenomenal. So my top 5: Captain America Winter Soldier, Infinity War, Spider-Man No Way Home, Guardians 3, and Thunderbolts.
In that order?
Not necessarily in that order.
Okay.
Honorable mentions being Iron Man 2, The Avengers, Guardians 1, Civil War, Endgame, and Far From Home.
Yeah, I don't have too many arguments with your list. I think you should have ranked Captain Marvel and the Marvels a little lower, but that's fine.
Well, if that's your only gripe, then that's not bad. So finally moving off of fucking Marvel. God, wait. That might be the longest we've ever talked about a topic.
Since we've tried to shorten the podcast from 4 hours down to whatever it is.
Yeah. So next up we have the Nintendo patent, which is a fucking insane, dude. I feel like every couple weeks we have to talk about Nintendo because they're being very anti-consumer. And it sucks because like I love my Switch, dude. I have put so many hours in it.
This isn't even anti-consumer, it's anti-developer also.
Yeah, that's fair. It's more anti-developer, but like I feel like it's gonna end up being anti-consumer.
It is, because there's no competition. They're eliminating competition. They're opening avenue to sue everybody. I don't think. Okay, so I guess let's explain what the patent is first of all, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So I didn't know if you were going to take it.
No, I was waiting for you.
So the patent is for summoning other characters to fight for you in game.
Yeah.
And that is such a broad spectrum,
dude.
And it really opens the door for them to be able to just fucking throw a cease and desist at fucking anyone, honestly.
Dude, this, like, the fact that it's summon characters to fight for you, that like hits Clash of Clans, for instance.
Yeah, technically.
That hits like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Technically Monster Hunter too, fun fact, which is another game that like headlines on Switch.
Beyblade? Brother, dude, it hits so many things. There's like, you could almost argue that like it hits games like story-based games like Jak and Daxter or like The Last of Us, where like your side character that's with you helps you like climb something. Like it's almost getting into that, like that region, because it's a gameplay mechanic and you can make the argument for like those other properties being in there. But like,
yeah,
how, like, I don't know. Shit's stupid.
but yeah, the fucking language in the patent is super fucking vague. And I think it's super vague on purpose, so that way they can, like, if they decide they're like, yeah, you know what, you're getting a little close, man. They can fucking slap a fucking cease and desist on it.
True.
Or be held up in court.
Yeah, and it protects like Pokemon, it protects Pikmin, it protects like Kirby. Like, I mean, not that a lot of those are being copied, but like the fact that it goes after so many games that aren't even like influenced or copies of those, or like maybe they share the same roots as those games, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like think about which Assassin's Creed is it where you have people go collect money for you. Like that's almost getting into the realm of that.
It starts with Brotherhood.
Yeah,
but it's like Brotherhood Revelations 3, 4, and I think it kind of died with 4.
Yeah,
but
so
like you send off your pirates to go do that shit.
Yeah, that's like almost in that realm. Like, what about all the gacha games where you have like, or like idle games where you like you send like your units out or whatever?
Here's what's crazy too, is the patent even covers positioning relative to enemy characters. So the combination of summoning, sub characters, and positioning is what gives the patent the reach to, like, it could even technically like Final Fantasy could infringe on it. And like Final Fantasy is like so,
it's older.
it is older and it's so unattached from Pokemon. But also, how do you patent a game mechanic? Dude, I almost wonder if like somehow this just slipped through, like it got accidentally approved.
If they can have patents on the fucking Nemesis engine or whatever the fuck, like it kind of makes sense.
But that's an engine that you're making, so someone could like essentially do Nemesis. Well, they are the fucking the fucking cat game. They could technically make something that is essentially the same thing. It just can't be the Nemesis engine.
This is like, dude, I don't know. This is so stupid. This is like PUBG trying to make Battle Royale their thing, which that was so stupid in and of itself. For those of you who don't know, PUBG sued Epic, who owns Fortnite, for copying their Battle Royale mechanics. And Epic was just like, you made PUBG in Unreal Engine 4? Go ahead and sue us and we'll break your fucking game.
Yeah.
So that ended real quickly, but
yeah, go ahead, pussies.
Yeah, fucking do it. I dare you.
I'll fucking do it again.
I don't know. It's so stupid because, like, what about Destiny? You summon a ghost to like scan things. Like that's like fuck you. That's Pokemon.
Yeah.
You summon a sparrow to ride around. Fuck you. That's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Nintendo's being fucking some douches about this.
Yeah.
The thing is like they have the patent, but is anyone actually ever going to prosecute on that? Because I feel like a case would get to a court and there'd be so much public opinion about it that the judge would be like, dog, we can't even make a ruling on this because literally everyone is against you.
Yeah. And I think that's the big thing too, is like spreading awareness about it. So that way, like the more people that know about it and are against it, the better anyone has against fighting it. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Power World's obviously the biggest like offender, if you even want to call it that. Which, like, originally, I never understood how Power World even existed in the first place, because from the very beginning, Power World was like Pokemon with guns, and I was like, dude, like even the designs, I was like, this is a little crazy. And Nintendo did start fucking puffing their chest out, so like Power World made changes, and I think now Power World looks way different.
I know that there's like Pokemon sort of shit in Power World or whatever, but if I'm being honest, Power World is a lot more like Rust and Ark than it is like Pokemon.
Is that because you're rusty?
Yeah. But there's this new game coming out called Animo, and they might be fucking dead in the water, dude, because it's like a Pal World adjacent thing, but it's basically closer to Pokemon than Pal World is. The only dude, and so I think the patent was specifically targeting that game, actually, because in one of the lines of the patent is if you summon the sub characters and then can control the sub characters, that's part of it. And in Animo, it's like Pokemon, but you take control of them while you're fighting.
Oh god.
Yeah. So
they at least fucking are aware of that game, so they're like, all right, let's add this line too, so that way we cover our bases.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, I guess Power World in that game would be probably the first two big ones that, if Nintendo feels necessary, they're gonna pursue. So we'll see.
Yeah,
it will be happening soon-ish, I'm assuming.
Hopefully
that might be one of those weird things too, because like you said, like it's like, well, that game sounds like it's dead in the water. I guess like Sky Oblivion, like once Oblivion Remastered came out, they didn't just throw away all their work. They're still like, whatever, we're gonna still release it. And I actually saw something where someone was saying, like, they were like, oh, I'm actually looking forward to Sky Oblivion, because basically they were saying like the work of the mod is going to be better than what Oblivion Remastered came out as.
Well, so in Oblivion Remastered, they basically just moved the game to Unreal Engine 5 and just dumped it into Unreal Engine 5. Sky Oblivion is moving all of Oblivion cell by cell into Skyrim's engine. So the game is going to effectively play closer to Skyrim than Oblivion. Yeah. So that's going to be like updated gameplay. Which I think will be pretty good. And Bethesda was also like, that's cool, dude. Like we know you're not making any money, so like it's cool that you're doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the last topic. Nintendo Direct.
Hell yeah.
So let's go over what they announced. I'll go over why the fuck I'm pissed off about some of the things.
Okay.
So Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary is this year. Last time they had an anniversary that was big enough to celebrate was 35. They released Super Mario Brothers 3D All Stars. All right. I did not have a Switch at the time, but they released 3D All Stars as a timed release, so it is no longer in production. It included Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Brothers Galaxy. Or Super Mario Galaxy, sorry. No brothers. No brothers were involved.
True.
Galaxy was pretty sick. I played it on the Wii. Beat it, loved it. I have been trying to get my hands on a copy of 3D All Stars, and up until recently, used, you cannot find it for usually any lower than $100.
Fair.
I finally just bought it about 2.5-3 weeks ago for $85 used for a 5-year-old game of at the newest 15-year-old games, but that is just just Galaxy. Galaxy is like 15 years old. During Direct, they announced that they are going to be redoing Galaxy and Galaxy 2 now for either $40 each standalone or together in a bundle for $60.
Damn.
Right after I just paid $80 essentially for Galaxy, which I have heard Sunshine is like one of the best Super Mario games ever made.
It might be the best. So
like all in all, it's not a lose, but it is kind of annoying because I legit just bought it. Because 85 was the cheapest I'd been able to actually get my hands on, so I hopped on it. And something in me just knew I was like they're gonna release Galaxy again. I was thinking they were gonna remake All Stars, and this time I own it. I started it just to play it one day. It seems pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I will play through it at some point. I probably won't touch Super Mario 64, but I'll play Sunshine and Galaxy 2 at some point. I've never played Galaxy 2. I no longer had a Wii by the time that came out.
Damn.
But yeah, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 coming to Switch. Evidently, the version of Galaxy coming out now is different from the version of Galaxy in 3D All Stars.
Oh, okay.
It is touched up. It's gonna support 4K res on Switch 2.
Fair.
And whatnot. And these come out October 2nd, so they're just right around the corner too, by the way. Nintendo also announced Mario Tennis Fever, which is kind of weird because online the Mario Tennis games don't seem to be like well loved, but every console they release a Mario Tennis game, or not re-release, but they release a Mario Tennis game. So you would assume they're favorable, but unless the vocal minority is just the vocal minority, people online evidently are not happy about it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they might do better internationally than they do in America.
It must be something like that, and Nintendo's gonna cater to their Japanese audience because
although with all the what's that game called?
I don't know.
I always want to call it squash, but that's not what it's called. It's another racket and ball sort of game that's grown in popularity recently. It's like tennis. I don't know. That's gotten really popular lately, so maybe tennis.
Badminton.
Yeah, that's the one. No,
pickleball.
Thank you, pickleball.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so maybe because pickleball's rise to prominence will make a difference, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Super Mario Brothers Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition. And they also announced a additional content for it called Meetup in Bella Bell Park.
Oh yeah.
Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave. Metroid Prime 4 was technically already announced, but there was no release date. So it has a release date finally, December 4th. They
and
also
got a subtitle too now.
Oh, Beyond.
Yeah.
So that's also going to be open world, which some people are upset about because I don't think there's ever been an open world Metroid Prime. But those are going to be some of the next games I probably buy for Switch. I want to get some Metroid games. I've heard they're really sick. Okay.
I don't like sci-fi, so maybe that's why. But
oh yeah, big fantasy guy over here. Forgot about that. Pokemon Pokopia, which is Pokemon fucking
cozy.
Called?
It's a cozy Pokemon game. The fucking spin-off Pokemon game. So I have feelings about this game already. First of all, Pokopia is like a play on Utopia, I'm pretty sure, and Pokemon. Already, that's fucking stupid. The premise of the game is that you play as a Ditto who transformed into a human, but also has the powers of a Ditto.
I hate that.
And can mimic other Pokemon's powers and stuff. I also hate that. Let me just play as like a character that's not fucking Ditto.
No.
Ditto is already like creepy and kind of weird as is. It's basically like Play-Doh that it's sentient Play-Doh that can mimic things. But it looks retarded. It has the dumbest face. And the Ditto used to when it would transform, it would copy the eyes perfectly. And then at some point in one of the anime or the manga, they like had it was like there was a Ditto who wasn't good at transforming and got the eyes wrong and kept the Ditto eyes. And then that just became the canon Ditto eyes for all Dittos. And I hate that. Like I hate the way that looks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
They even did like a run of Pokemon cards where like you'd get the Pokemon card and it would have Ditto eyes, and then you could like peel the front of that card off and reveal that the card was actually a Ditto underneath. And the part you peeled off was a sticker. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of that. Like the concept just sounds stupid, but basically the concept of the game is you grow a utopia for Pokemons to live in, and you farm and you grow crops and those are the same things, I guess. You like have relationships with the other Pokemons. Sounds stupid.
So it's Pokemon Animal Crossing, got it.
I'd say it's more like Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley, but yes. Basically, essentially that's what it is.
They announced Pokemon Legends ZA DLC already, which is a little absurd considering the game comes out in October.
So I have feelings about that too. Like people are freaking out about that they already are announcing DLC for a game that hasn't come out yet. But like in this day and age, is it really surprising to anybody? Like everybody knows that Call of Duty is going to have a battle pass. And before Call of Duty had a battle pass since COD 4, when a COD would come out, you knew there were going to be DLC maps that would come out afterward.
I think it's more so just like the game's not even out and you're already announcing it.
Yeah, but like think about Borderlands just came out on Friday. Okay. And there was a version of the game that you could pre-order. It was the big edition, the gold edition, or the deluxe edition, I think even had it. And it has the first 2 DLCs included.
They've been doing stuff like that for a while. Like,
so is that not?
Hey, get this edition to get all.
Is that not any different than what Pokemon's doing or Nintendo's doing with Pokemon?
It is different. Because like they're announcing the DLC, announcing the name of the DLC, and like the content. So it's kind of like, okay, why couldn't this have just launched with the game in it? Like a battle pass is like something to entice you and string you along to keep playing. Map packs weren't announced. Like you knew they would come out, but they would be months after release and they wouldn't even be announced until after release.
I don't know.
Whereas think like this game's not out yet and they're already like, hey, Mega Dimension DLC coming out. And it's like, brother, can you release the game first?
I don't know. I think it's a little crazier that they have a like games will come out and then you can buy the DLC when the game releases before you've even played the game and you don't know anything about the DLC. I think that's wilder. But people are just Yeah, exactly. I think that's a crazier way to do things because you don't even know what you're getting or what they could get, or they could cancel it. I mean, announcing it and then canceling it is different than announcing it, you paying for it, and then canceling it. Like, you know,
yeah,
like paying for the DLC before you've even played it is crazy. I wish that, I mean, I do agree that it would be better if they just didn't do DLC, and DLC was a thing that, like, if the game performs well enough, they're like, hey, you guys like that game, we'll give you a little more. And like, that's what it started as, and that's what it should continue to be, instead of just being like, hey, we sold you 80% of the game, you have to buy the DLC to have the other 20%.
Yeah. Yeah, like having 100% complete game and then boosting it to 120% with DLC is obviously like way better, but I think we're well past that being a thing. It's gonna be 80% complete and below, honestly, from here on out, I think.
Well, the craziest thing is, I think most of the games these days are like 50% complete, and then with the DLC, they're like 51%.
Yeah.
Because the DLC is not fucking worth it, and the fucking game's not complete anyway.
Yeah. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment.
I hate the Warriors
Legend
games.
of Zelda themed slash 'em up adventure.
Slash 'em up adventure is a wild way to. Have you ever played any of the Warriors games?
Never even heard of them. No.
Okay, have you ever played a MOBA?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Okay, well, the Warriors games are basically a MOBA, but you're playing tower defense.
That sounds disgusting.
It is disgusting. You generally play as a character and you just run around and you hit enemies with combos like Devil May Cry, but it's not fun or engaging or exciting. And usually you're like bigger and taller and like stronger, and you just like knock a bunch of enemies around in a circle, and then you run to a different part of the battlefield and do the same thing there. And some people like Jo really, really, really enjoy that. Every time I've ever tried to play one of those games, it's just been the most boring, awful, not fun thing. I'd rather play a sim game where you are building a fucking battery to electrocute yourself. Just anything other than the Warriors franchise, dude. And I don't know why they keep making games and keep selling games. Someone likes those, but it ain't me, and I bet it's probably not you either.
It's not. Also, you did hear that I said Hyrule Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Because is what you were just talking about, is that not Dynasty Warriors?
Yes, I am talking about Dynasty Warriors, and this is the second Hyrule Warriors game. And if they're using the Hyrule Warriors thing, they're making it like Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, okay. That's fucking stupid.
It's so stupid.
Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
Yoshi games are generally good. I'm not saying this one will be, but generally they've been good. I really liked the most recent Yoshi game that came out, the Woolly World or whatever. That game was really good, and I wish I had finished it. But I no longer have access to it.
So in the biggest, wildest fucking turn of events, they are re-releasing the Virtual Boy, which is probably Nintendo's biggest fucking failure. They're also releasing a cardboard version. So the Virtual Boy non-cardboard is $100.
Oh yeah.
Cardboard's only going to be $25.
Whatever.
And I'm just very confused why they're redoing the Virtual Boy, why they're doing because what was that shit for Switch called? Nintendo Labo, right? Where they tried doing like cardboard accessories and they charged you like a kind of wild amount of money for cardboard. Yeah, that's so weird. Tamagotchi Life, living the dream.
that game is like, people are excited for that game, like very excited for it.
That's wild.
And I don't know why, because I've looked at the other one that's out, and I'm just like, I don't know why people think this is entertaining, but whatever.
Some Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC was announced. It's called DK Island Emerald Rush, or that's two separate things. This article kind of doesn't explain that well. It's okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's two separate things. So DK Island is a paid DLC.
Oh yeah.
And then there's also Emerald Rush, which is a roguelite add-on. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Huh?
I said, how does that work?
How do you
turn it into a roguelite? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Final Fantasy VII is getting a remake for Switch 2. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which that originally came out for the PlayStation in 2000, which is sick. Very sick. Shout out old re-releases. We love them.
Which one is it?
Dragon Quest VII. Hades is getting a Switch and Switch 2 port.
Just the first one?
Hades 2.
Oh, okay.
Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Those games are also stupid.
Monster Hunter Stories 3. Which, like, how many Monster Hunter get? So there's like the Monster Hunter subtitle games, and then there's Monster Hunter Stories. What are fucking stories?
Stories are stories. They're like fun children. It's like they're spin-off games like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and you have like a cute version of the monster or whatever, and you like ride it, and it's your friend, and you like go on an adventure, and you're not killing monsters at all or hunting them for that matter.
Sick. So they're just cashing in on the IP, basically.
Yeah, yep. And I have never enjoyed any of those, although I only played the first one.
Okay. And you do enjoy Monster Hunter, so
regular Monster Hunter, yeah. Although those games were cool because of how hard they were, and recently they've been too easy, so I don't know.
Interesting. Do they have like a difficulty slider? Like, can you make it harder?
So it's like the higher up in ranks you go, you can fight stronger versions, and you get better gear for fighting them, and then with the better gear you're more equipped to fight them. So you could make it harder by fighting the stronger versions with worse gear. But generally speaking, it's like they're bullet sponges, and then when you use worse gear, you're not like, you just make it take longer. That's the difficulty.
Yeah. So it's not harder, it's just more time consuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Fatal Frame 2 was getting a remake for Switch.
Ow.
So this announcement was pretty interesting. So Resident Evil Requiem is getting a Switch 2 release date of February 27th, which is the day before my birthday. But here's what's cool about that. Resident Evil 7 and 8 are all also dropping on the same date. Which is a little rude. I bet Capcom probably would have got more sales if they would have staggered them, even if it was like a month. So have 7 release in December, have 8 release in January, and have Requiem release in February.
I feel like, so yes, you're right on that, but I also feel like it's almost like they're doing everyone a favor by being like, hey, you've probably played these, just buy the one that you want to play.
Yeah. So One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, Overcooked 2, Stardew Valley, and Human Fall Flat are all getting upgraded Nintendo Switch 2 releases.
Stardew Valley. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
Yeah, Stardew Valley.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird choice.
Dinkum is coming out on Switch November 5th.
Hell yeah. That that game is Australian as fuck.
Crikey, mate, the dingo ate the baby or something.
Yeah, I really like that game, but that game's one of those games that it's not fun unless you're playing with like a big group of people. Like at least 5 people.
Oh yeah. That's basically it. So there's a 2D action platformer roguelike called Stormlancers. Papokum, I think is how you pronounce that. It's Popicom. I don't know. It's a puzzle shooter.
Poppycock.
And then Suka Game Planet.
The who?
Exactly.
Yeah, Suka Blat. We just got demonetized. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. It was bound to happen eventually.
Just for the episode.
Let's go over Crumbl and free games, and let's fucking finally end it, because this is gonna be a fucking 4-hour episode.
I'm already ending it, dude.
Well, do it quicker.
All right, we got this week's cookies. We got
your favorite,
the semi-sweet chocolate. Didn't we have this last week? Whatever, it doesn't matter. We got the cinnamon roll cheesecake. This one kind of looks okay. I think they're doing too much on the top though. Then we got the raspberry cupcake cookie, which
I was expecting that, and then you didn't say it at first. I was like, damn, I'm surprised he didn't think that. And as I was thinking that, you said it.
Yeah, and then there's the raspberry cupcake cookie, which just looks like super basic, but it has fucking sprinkles on it, so fuck that cookie. Then we got the s'more skillet cookie. Is this a return? Like, didn't we have this like a couple months ago? Maybe a month ago?
Yeah, like pretty recently.
Okay. And then we got the chocolate milkshake cookie, which has sprinkles. Otherwise, this cookie's kind of sick. And then the fucking secret menu, obviously.
I feel like the little dollop of mousse is unnecessary, or the whipped cream dollop. Sorry, the little dollop of whipped cream I feel like is unnecessary.
I feel like what a weird thing about this week is, one, there's not like, I mean, there's the cheesecake, but normally there's 6 cookies, and I think last week there were 6 cookies and a secret menu. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it went. And then this week there's 5 cookies and a secret menu.
Yeah, I think so. So I didn't look at the secret menu last week, but how many cookies was it? Was it just 1 or 2?
It literally depended on what your store was. I was looking at a bunch of different places, and one store had a different secret menu cookie every day, and one store had a bunch of secret menu cookies on Monday and then none for the rest of the week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like, it depends on the store, because it seems like half of it's leftover and half of it's like at the store's discretion.
Okay. So my secret menu for this week, which fun fact, I'm not gonna say the fucking city to dox myself, but there's a pretty close by. Fuck, that might dox myself, honestly enough. Whatever. Honestly, if you want to find out where I live based off of my secret menu, Crumbl cookies, whatever, so be it. There's a Crumbl nearby that has the exact same local flavors for the secret menu, and that seems weird. So I wonder if they're like a franchise and it's the same owner, because the likelihood of it being the same two seems really weird. I don't know. Seems weird. It's fucking blueberry muffin and blue monster cookie. Which the blue monster cookie is such a fucking cop out, because that was literally just in the lineup like a week or 2 ago. I'm pretty sure. Like, it was pretty recently.
The sharks in it?
No, it's like a blue Chips Ahoy or something like that. It's fucking weird.
No, I don't think that was that recently.
It's been pretty recently, because I remember when it came up, I was like, why the fuck is that a cookie? And it's been semi recently.
I don't know. My 2 secret menu places, one has strawberry ice cream bar cookie and a mallow cream cookie, and then the other Crumbl in town has the double fudge brownie cookie and the red velvet cupcake cookie, which, if you're into those, come to where I live.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get Crumbl this week?
I did. So I didn't get it on Monday, so I didn't think I was going to get it at all. I ended up getting it Friday.
Hell yeah.
And not bad, honestly. The pumpkin cup, the fucking whatever the fuck it was, pumpkin something. cookie. Ended up being better than I was expecting, but not as good as the pumpkin chocolate chip from like a week or two ago.
Hell yeah.
Let's see, what else did we get? We got the Oreo cake, which it wasn't even hot outside when we got it, but we got dinner, we swung by Crumbl, got Crumbl, and then came home, and the cake, the top had fucking slid off and was like all over the place. So I was like, okay, dude. So I had like a bite or two of that, and then that was it.
My
what else did I fucking get?
Did you get the brownie batter?
Yes, we did get the brownie. Thank you. Yeah, that was fucking super solid.
Yeah,
which I've had that before. And I love it.
Really like that one, and so I went to the other Crumbl. So there's two in my city, right? I went to the other Crumbl this week, and because their secret menu is better than the one that I normally go to, and they had the oatmeal mallow sandwich, which was pretty good. But I got a couple of the brownie cookies, and I think each one of them was burned a little. So like they were all kind of too hard. There was like no soft spots like at all, and like they were kind of burned on the bottom. Which,
are you reviewing them when you order, when they're fucked up like this? Because you definitely should be.
Dude, there's no point, because they're just, it's not like they're gonna fire everyone and fucking change. Dude.
I mean, they won't fire, but I mean, if it's like Sheets, like they will eventually get in trouble, and hopefully at least enforce better cooking. Like maybe their oven's fucked up, and maybe they're doing everything right to themselves, like as far as they know.
Yeah, but
maybe
like,
the oven's like set too high or something.
Like there's one of those things that like elevation plays a big role in baking for whatever reason. And we're a tall city. We're a mile high. I think the lowest point in the city. Yeah, I think the lowest part in the city is like 4,300 feet, but the highest point in the city is like 11,000 or 7,000. I think 7,000. So there's a 3,000 foot difference between the highest and lowest points of the city, which is significant.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Our entire the lowest point of our city is taller than the fucking Appalachian Mountains, so shut the fuck up.
What's that? I can't hear you.
Exactly. I don't know. So maybe that is true, but I just don't know how the oatmeal cookie was fine and then the fucking chocolate one was fucking dog shit. And I don't know how it doesn't matter what Crumbl I go to. Apparently they're fucking just always ass. Oh, what the fuck? I'm looking at the secret menu map, and apparently you can fucking, hold on, I'll just show everybody. Well, you can't see, but I'll describe it to you. You can grab the map and like drag it around, but you can also grab it and change the orientation so that you can see like the map is flat. Why can you do that? Why is that a feature? Oh, dude, I can see all the cookies across the country if I do this with the map.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking weird.
I don't think I'll be getting Crumbl this week.
Oh yeah.
Like if there was something else that had my attention, I would probably try that cheesecake, but that just kind of looks kind of mid. Last time I got that s'more skillet cookie, it ended up being mid.
The skillet cookies usually are.
Yeah, so that's a fluffy marshmallow mousse, and if that was just actual marshmallow, that would be good as fuck, I bet.
Probably.
Especially like if the like Hershey pieces were like melty. And then the chocolate milkshake cookie, like I don't know, it just like none of those cookies really seem all that great, so I'll probably skip this week.
I was talking with someone that I watch, not naming names, no promo for you, get fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were reading a list of businesses that will fail in the next 10 years, and Crumbl was one of them.
Yeah, actually I saw something about that, because it was basically talking about how like the cookie, like they were saying it was a fad, kind of like yogurt places, which we have talked about before.
We have talked about that.
And how they were saying that Crumbl was like.
We might have even talked about Crumbl not lasting that long during that conversation.
We might have. I mean, they're trying to innovate.
That was an episode or whatever.
To be honest with you, based off of how good the Dubai chocolate brownie brownie did,
but that's like such a fad though. The Dubai chocolate, that shit is at my gas stations now. Like I walk into the gas station and it's right there by the fucking cashier's thing, and then like you go to the grocery store and it's right there before you check out, like Dubai chocolate.
Yeah, kind of like the freeze dried candy shit.
Yeah, that shit is so. I mean, like
it is, but it's still like it still drove people to Crumbl like in droves.
Yeah, that's true. And I think they did it really well, actually.
Every day.
Like I think they did that well.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
The next big like release type thing that Crumbl's doing that I know about at least is the dirty soda thing, which they're testing it in America now. They tested it in Canada.
I didn't even know there were Crumbles in Canada.
Fuck yeah. There's Crumbles all over the place.
Not on the map. On the map, I saw some in Puerto Rico and Hawaii and Alaska, but I didn't see none in Canada.
But you were looking at.
I was just looking at the secret menu, so that might be an America only thing.
Yeah, maybe. You were looking at the map one day, and there was like a Crumbl like in some fucking like Vietnamese jungle or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was gonna say if you ask Daniel though, he'd probably tell you that Puerto Rico is not America. By the way, just a fun fact. True. It's south of Texas, therefore it's Mexico.
Exactly. So yeah, they're doing like a dirty soda thing, which is big in the Mormon community, which Crumbl is Mormon.
They are?
Yes.
I had no idea.
I didn't know either. I feel like they do a pretty good job at like not making that super apparent.
They're the time to put on our tinfoil hats, dude. Crumbl's gonna convert us all.
They're probably gonna overcharge as fuck for the dirty soda, which it's literally just soda and creamer, which sounds really gross, and it kind of is gross. I tried one at work, like I made one, and I just fucking did a little bit of creamer and soda, and like kind of just ended up tasting like coffee.
How do you think this started? Like, do you think they're like, hey, there's all this creamer in our stores, but we don't drink coffee. What do we do with it? Oh, just put it in soda, dude. Oh,
no.
Good idea.
So dirty sodas are a Mormon creation because Mormons
they don't drink caffeine.
Yeah, they don't drink caffeine
except for Dr. Pepper. That's okay.
But they wanted to soda in general. Like they'll drink soda, they just don't drink coffee.
But there's caffeine in soda.
I know. Brother. So it's something about like it being hot caffeine, and there's cold coffee, but I don't think they drink cold coffee. The whole thing doesn't make any sense.
I'm about to say a slur, brother. I can't with these fucking kids. Oh shit. Bring back racism. I fucking miss it.
So what were you talking about? You were talking about like what started the dirty soda thing?
Yeah, like what? Like Crumbl? How did like the concept of dirty sodas start in general? Like, was the Walmart in Mormontown fucking had coffee creamer? And it was going bad, and like, hey, you guys need to like buy this or use this somehow. And they're like, well, we don't fucking know what to put it in. And they're like,
no, I think they just wanted to emulate coffee. I think they were like, oh, fucking, let me just put some coffee creamer in my fucking soda.
Not the fucking Mormons emulating something else that regular people do.
But doing it in a weirder, worse way.
Jesus Christ, dude. This is fucking, hell yeah. Fucking, these dirty sodas are just fucking soaking for soda. Soaking for beverages.
Yeah, basically.
It
literally is just that, because they're like, hey, we can get away with doing this. Like, hey. Yeah.
Dude.
That's literally all it is. Yep. Dirty sodas are just soaking, but soda. Soaking in soda.
I am, as soon as I end the podcast, I'm saying several slurs.
He's converting to Mormonism.
Yeah. That's, yep.
Mormonology.
Yeah.
Free games this week. I almost said month.
Oh yeah.
Ghost Runner 2 and Monument Valley 2 and the Battle of Polytopia are all free until September 18th.
I'm surprised they didn't push Monument Valley 2 back again, dude.
So question, and maybe you don't know, but so did I fuck something up or did they just do something weird? Because the Battle of Polytopia was supposed to be the only game free until the 18th. The other two were supposed to end on the something else.
I don't know if you remember last week, but the Battle of what the fuck so that one and the Ghost Runner one were supposed to be this week. And then Monument Valley 1 and 2 were supposed to be last week. But for some reason they split it and it was Monument Valley 1 last week and then Monument Valley 2 this week.
So they just did a bunch of weird shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so I was pretty sure when I was looking at it, the Battle of Polytopia was supposed to be free later than the other two. But then when I looked today, it was Ghost Runner 2, Monument Valley 2, and Battle of Polytopia are all free until the 18th.
And they were all free on Thursday too, because that's when I well, I didn't download any of them actually, but that's when I got them. While I was waiting for Borderlands 4 and their fucking dumbass Borderlands. For those of you who don't know, Borderlands 4 did not allow you to preload the game at all on PC, neither on Steam nor Epic. And the craziest thing about that is that it did let you preload on console, but it went live at the strangest time. It went live at 10 a.m. Pacific time globally. On a fucking Thursday morning is the weirdest part of all that. It wasn't a Friday.
Vodka.
Okay, but actually, speaking of that, I wanted to look back at the because we're getting closer and closer to Call of Duty, right? I want to look back at the pre-order list because Borderlands just came out, and if you remember, Borderlands was like 3 of the top spots.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at the list. We've still got FC26. That's number 1 now. Previously it was number 2 behind Borderlands, the biggest edition. Then we have Ghost of Yotai, Battlefield 6, Dying Light the Beast, Ghost of Yotai, the regular version, and then Dying Light the Beast again, and then FC26, the standard edition. So that's 6, that's 7. And then you have Battlefield 6 standard edition, and then Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Vault Edition. So Call of Duty fell from 6th to 8th place after Borderlands released and was no longer on the list.
Several games have come and gone, and COD is continuing to not get up to number 1.
Dude, I cannot see this game being successful. Like it's just like it's gonna be. And so the thing is every year that COD comes out, Activision is always like, oh yeah, this was the best numbers ever. And then when you actually see the numbers, it's like, actually these are slightly down from last year. I can't wait to look at the numbers in like Q1 next year and just see that.
Oh, I'm sure they won't release them or something like that. I'm sure for whatever reason they'll be like, oh, we're not going to release them this year, but trust us, they were good.
It was the best COD of all time, best selling COD ever.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So the free games from the 18th through September 25th is Project Winter and Samorost 2.
There's a second one. I didn't even know there was a first one.
Same, actually.
Anyways, those are your free games. Hope you enjoy them. Let us know how they are, because I'm not going to download them or play them or even acknowledge their existence. I already forgot what they're called.
Same. And that is episode 25. We're almost
half a year next week. Yeah. Wow. Insane.
Wow.
The membrane.
Insane in the membrane.
Exactly, dude. You're so original. Dude. Holy shit. All right, we're calling it here. We're signing off. We need to go slur about Mormons.